Will she or won't she? That's the new mystery about whether Caitlin Clark will participate in the WNBA three-point contest at the All-Star Game. Caitlin was asked at Fever Practice about that very event and gave a coy response. I would say coy response is the appropriate phrase. This video, courtesy of Matthew Byrne, covering the team and with access to Caitlin on the court, along with other reporters. Caitlin with a smile on her face. I think we all get the point of what she's doing here, playing around a little bit when asked about it.
Remains to be seen. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know. Can't give you guys every answer today.
Remains to be seen with a smile on her face. I mean, we're going to see Caitlin Clark in the three-point shootout. I'd be very, very surprised if that is not the case. Let me put it that way. Obviously, Clark in part came to fame because of her three-point shooting and the logo threes and everything in between. But she's been more than that. I mean, I actually, I say her playmaking is even better than her three-point shooting, though her three-point shooting captures the imagination because it's something we haven't really seen before. But she's an unbelievable passer, and she's able to pop from anywhere on the floor, which of course gets people excited. And if she's going to be at All-Star Weekend, she's going to be in that three-point contest. Caitlin also spoke on some of the other aspects of the game and the weekend and the event and everything in between. Chloe Peterson here with that video.
To digest the news, now that you've had 2 or 3 days to think about it, what does it mean for you to be named WNBA All-Star?
Yeah, it's super cool. I think also to be there with Kels and AB, it's obviously really hard for a franchise to get 3 of their own players to be there and be together. So that's not anything you take for granted. Obviously, I'm very lucky and excited. Obviously my first time being a WNBA All-Star. You never know if you'll ever get that back there. You never know how your career is going to unfold. So I think just really grateful and going to soak in the opportunity of getting to be in Phoenix.
Do you think the format of this lends to a more intense game than you might see in any other kind of All-Star game?
I don't really know, honestly, just because I haven't played in one before. I was asking AB how seriously they take them. I don't really know. I mean, I would assume it would be fairly serious just because USA needs to prep. Team USA needs to prep for the Olympic Games, so I would assume it would be fairly competitive. But again, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. I'm gonna just show up and do whatever.
Were you an All-Star in high school? Did you have that your senior year in high school?
No, we had COVID.
Yeah,
that's what we had.
That
we had
was
COVID,
it.
not All-Star
Okay,
games.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to ask if you had a previous All-Star experience.
Yeah, I don't know. If I would have been one in high school, it would have been debatable.
If you get asked as a three-point shootout something that you'd want to take part in?
Remains to be seen. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know. Can't give you guys every answer today.
As you can see, Caitlin loose and joking around with these answers and those responses. Seems to be in a good mood, seems to be in a good headspace. I mean, we've seen the tone around her change. I've got videos, you can check out of the aces showing her love. Obviously, Jackie Young doing the shoe tying bit, and Kelsey Plum showing her love after the game. And then, of course, what Diana Taurasi had to say about Caitlin Clark, which may have shifted the entire narrative as a whole, may have changed the entire mood as a whole. Ever since then, I think that the temperature has gone down a little bit. Everything is, changed some. And I do think the format is going to make it exciting and anticipated, right? I mean, I showed you all the votes before, but if there's any indication of just how anticipated this game is, it's got to be the voting for the WNBA All-Star Game. I mean, Caitlin Clark received more than 600,000 votes, greater than the number one vote getter a year ago, or than the number one vote getter a year ago, where it was here it is. Here's the actual numbers. I mean, it's just a wild swing in a positive direction, of course, as has been everything else with the WNBA. Vanshay Murdoch, I get a lot of stuff from him. He does a good job. And you can see here the top 5 2023 All-Star results. Asia Wilson, 95,860. top 5 2024 All-Star results, Caitlin Clark, 700,735, with Aaliyah Boston right there behind her. So that just goes to show you this explosive growth in the sport. And of course, so much of that is around Caitlin Clark. I mean, even her old tweets are blowing up. I have a piece on Women's Fast Break on SI about that. One of the links below, I'll post them both below here, including what Clark said about the three-point shot or the three-point contest. You're watching that right now, so you kind of get that. But you see this old tweet from Caitlin, the 4-point shot in the WNBA All-Star Game, which would get people excited, of course, because of her distance shooting. And that's something that they brought into the game. That's something they brought into the game in 2022, I believe. In 2022. In fact, Sabrina Ionescu hit 3 in a row, I think, last year at the WNBA All-Star Game. So people will, if they do bring it back, I'm not sure how it's working. I know that the U.S. versus the Olympics format, of course, is the big deal this year. I'm not sure how they're playing the actual game and if that's something that will be a part of it. But Sabrina did hit a few of those last year. I think 3 in a row from that 4-point spot on the court during the WNBA All-Star Game last year. So if Caitlin were able to go on a run like that, of course, people are going to get really excited about it. I mean, here's a look at what Sabrina did a year ago with these shots. Women hooping. This is their YouTube page. You see, look, there's the 4-point shot. Let me go over there. Splash. So if Caitlin were to hunt for those 4-point shots, that would be a big deal. And I think people want to see her play with those talented players too, because of her passing, and see her go against the Olympic team, of course, and see her team up with Angel Reese, of course. All those factors will make maybe the WNBA All-Star Game the most hotly anticipated sporting event of the entire summer. I mean, I think people are going to be super amped for it. I think the hype around it is going to be super crazy. As you see, she's already being asked about it. We're still a couple weeks away. As far as the 3-point contest goes, of course she's going to participate. I mean, you can see it on her face. She's messing with everybody. It remains to be seen. Okay, Caitlin, we get it. I mean, it's cute, but I think we all understand when push comes to shove, she's going to be shooting in that 3-point contest. And as usual, a lot of people are going to be watching, because whenever she's on the court, a lot of people are watching.